Hello. Thank you for joining me at the table on this wonderful Sunday. I think we're gonna have a good time today. Playing something a little different. I've been playing a lot of Euro. I've been playing a lot of kind of mid-weight game. I've been playing a lot of tile layers lately on stream, and I thought today would be a good day to mix it up a little bit. Do something a little stripped back, right? Do something a little bit different. I love flipping rights. I love the and right genre generally. Um, and and I wanted to take a minute to talk about one that I think deserves the love. I think it is a game that I think a lot of people don't talk about in favor of other more popular IP, but I think this game, as you'll see, I hope, um, stands among them. Maybe even surpasses them in a lot of ways. To me, I would rather play things like Fleet the Dice game. That's the one that comes to mind when you think about roll and rights. But for flipping rights, if I'm going to play a flipping right game, I think I'm playing Fliptown, and I think you'll agree. So let's get into it. Um, so the thing to think about with Fliptown is, like a lot of these other kinds of um, and right games, it's combo tastic, right? The concept is that you do one action and that gives you something, and then you're able to additionally uh, do additional things. It kind of cascades that way, and the more you can figure out ways to do that, the better you're going to do in these kinds of games. What I like about Fliptown is that, in addition to that, you actually are building a poker hand, and depending on how well you do every round with that poker hand, you'll score a variable amount of points and earn a variable amount of money. So you have this balance of, where do I use the cards? Do I use the cards to build to focus on getting that really strong poker hand? That's a viable strategy, but if you do that, you may have to give up making an optimal play on the board somewhere. So the balance becomes all of these kinds of push and pulls between what's important to you and what strategies are working, and that's going to change on a given game. Um, so we'll get into a little bit about how the board's laid out, and I think that'll help kind of explain how things are going. This is an Old West theme. I actually really love the art in this game, even though it is very kind of monochrome, but I think that's intentional. It's made to feel a little bit like a wanted poster, kind of, and I really just think it works so well for the theme. So let's take you around the board a little bit here. So yes, very brown. So on the kind of the left side of the board, let's start over here. So we're going to be going to different areas of the Old West. And on this left side of the board, we have on top, we have the trail. And the trail is literally, we're just going to be walking along this trail from point A to point B, from the left to the right throughout the game. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Let's move that out of the way. From the left to the right. And the more cards we play along that way, the more benefits we get. But crucially, any cards that we play that skip over cards, we don't get to go back again. It's a constant single journey. So if we play the ace first, great, but then we play the 4, we don't get to later play the 2 or the 3. So it's a finite for the entire game. How long along the trail are you going to go? You can even eventually buy a horse, and when you do that, you can actually move faster along the trail to get to the end. Why someone would want to do that? Maybe there's an objective or a goal in the game somewhere that makes you need to be the first one to reach the end of the trail in a multiplayer game. That could be. I haven't seen that. For me, I feel like it's actually the opposite, that you should really spend the time to get as many of those benefits as you can throughout the game. So I'll show you what that means in a minute. So the trail is the top part. The Badlands is a push your luck game. And at the end of the day, we're going to be playing cards in this area, and we're going to take a chance that we can pull off whatever heist this is. So at the beginning, you're just trying to steal chickens, right? And then by the time you get to the end, you're pulling off train heists, or you're trying to. Every time you pull off an illegal act in the Badlands, you do incur a wanted, a certain amount of wanted. So essentially, you become more wanted the more bad you are. So stealing a chicken gets you like 2 wanted, but stealing a train gets you 8. So why that matters? Well, at the end of every round, there's a chance that the sheriff will try to arrest you. And it will depend on what card the sheriff has for that round. And if that card is, and I might have this backwards, and I'll look it up when I get to that point. But if that card is low, I think it's lower than, might be higher than, the amount of wanted you have, then you get arrested. So you don't quite know what card he's been dealt. So he may care about you a lot this round, or he may not. If you have a lot of wanted, you're pushing your luck, right? The higher the card, the better chance that he's going to catch you. So you really have to be worrying about that. If you have a low amount of wanted, the odds are he's not going to have that small of a card, and he won't be able to catch you. So you're in this mode of how much do I push my luck in the Badlands to pull things off? The benefits are certainly worth it. You get a lot of money, you get a lot of victory points to pull these things off. So they are valuable. They're good things to do. And if you complete a row, like let's say you steal 3 chickens, right? Then you get to take a benefit. If you steal 3 cows, you get to take another type of benefit. So it behooves you to kind of do a little bit of set collection in the game. So at the end of the day, and I'll show you as we play, you really are, and you, by the way, you can also buy gear, I should say. You can buy a bandana to wrap around your face that makes it harder for them to determine who you are. So you actually accrue less wanted when you do crimes out in the Badlands, when you have one of those on. You can get a gun or even a rifle, which increases your odds of successfully completing a robbery out in the Badlands. So that's the Badlands. The next section over here is the mine. You start out at the top of the mine, and throughout the game, you will continually mine deeper and deeper and deeper into the mine for richer and richer and richer rewards, and even renown and victory points towards the end of the game. There are even end game scoring capabilities that you could possibly unlock for yourself if you mine deep enough in the mine throughout the game. So now let's move over to the other side of the board. On this side of the board, you have town, and you have the cemetery, and then you also have the poker game that you're playing. So let's start in the middle. The town. These are just buildings. They're locations in town that you can visit, and when you visit them, you can get those benefits. There's little mini games or little set collections you can play in here too. For example, the land office. Every time you go, you can spend a little money and claim some of these boxes, and when you do, you get those amounts of victory points. If you successfully get all 9 boxes covered by the end of the game, you get 7 victory points on top of it. And then let's see. So then this is also where you go to buy the rifle, to buy the pistol, to buy the horse to travel faster on the trail. You can also help to remove some of your wanted. So if it's getting too hot, right, you can go to your hideout and you can cool off for a while when they can't find you and they stop caring about you. So your wanted goes down. But you got to spend actions to do that. But it's available if things start to get too hot. And so on, right? So town is where you go to kind of manipulate things, use the resources that you gain, and try to like stop or not run afoul of the law, right? And then let's shift over to the cemetery. You can actually just be a cemetery worker. You can be searching. You could be looting corpses in the cemetery. That was the thing you could do, right? You could just be looting tombs as well. And when you do that, you gain certain benefits as well. So you can take additional actions if you do that. You can get some gold if you pan. You can get a gold pan to help you pan for gold. You can let's see. You gain wanted. Let me think about that for just a second. Yeah. Yep. You can get money, right? You can get victory points as well. You can get gold, more gold. So if you're just rooting around the cemetery, you're going to gain wanted for doing that, though. Nobody likes anybody looting a cemetery. So you're going to gain some wanted and some notoriety for that. If at the end of the game, or end of the round, if you want to, before the sheriff reveals his card, you can instead bribe him. You can just buy him off, but you won't take your money. No, he doesn't want your cash. He wants your gold. He will not be bribed for mere cash. He will be bribed for gold. So, gold is handy, by the way, for manipulating the suit of the card you're playing. So let's say you have this perfect 3, but it's the wrong freaking suit. You can spend 2 gold to change the suit of the card. Or if, let's say, you needed a 4, but it was a 3, you can spend 1 gold to bump the value of that card by 1, up or down. So you don't want to spend your gold on bribing the sheriff. On the other hand, if you've got 12 notoriety or wanted or whatever they call it in the game, I'll have to check, and you're worried that rightfully so, almost any card the sheriff has will be high enough to catch you. Well, maybe you just slip him some gold, right? Unfortunately, it is 1 gold per wanted. So you would have to bribe him 12 gold in that scenario to make him go away. So why don't you want to be arrested? Well, if you get arrested in round 1, it costs you $10 or 4 victory points or stars. So you have your choice. You can either pay up in becoming kind of less notorious overall or less victorious in the game, set you back by 4 victory points, or you can pay him off with cash, but it's a much higher rate of cash. Now, maybe $10 is easier for you to justify parting with than 12 gold to bribe him, right? So you kind of have these kinds of calculations to make. How much do you care? How much do you want to make the sheriff go away? How much do you want to push your luck and see if you get arrested? Maybe you don't get arrested. So there you go. So in a nutshell, that's Fliptown. And how you do that, let's take a look at how do you actually play the game, right? So let's come up, no, that's the wrong one. We'll cover that in a minute. In fact, we'll come over here instead. This is a much better place to go. So give me a second to let that catch up. Okay, cool. So at the top, you'll see little arrows that point to the top of the board. The left one that's kind of cut off there says suit card. And that's the suit of the card that you're playing for this game. Then there's the value card, and that's the value of it. So let's say I play the 2 of clubs in the suit card. Well, that means I want to play a club action of some kind. But I put in the value slot a jack. I don't know. Just go with me, right? That means I'm playing a jack of clubs. So I would come to the town, which you can kind of see there, actually. And you can't see the club. Oh, yeah, you can. So it'd come to the town because the town says it's a club action to go to the town. And then I would go to the jack. And now I will have to change the camera so you can see that a little bit better. I would go to the jack building. And that is here, which lets me peek at the sheriff's card and then choose either 1 victory point or get rid of 2 wanted. So that would be an example of taking a jack of clubs action. The club for the town, the jack for the building that I want to visit in town. Then lastly, the third one is the poker card. That's just the card. That whatever that card is gets applied to your poker hand at the end of the round. So you might make a different suit and or value decision if you're really trying to gun for a strong poker hand at the end of the round. We play for, I believe it is 5 rounds. That seems to track with what I'm looking at there. It's been a minute since I've looked at that, but I'll find out. I'm pretty sure it is 5 rounds. That means 5 poker hands by the end of the game. And then you just total it up. You total up, in fact, let's take a look at scoring just because we can. Let's pop it out here. Here's the full board, right? So then what I'll do is I will come in over here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so scoring. At the end of the game, you earn 1 gold for every gold pan you've managed to get for yourself by the end of the game. So that would be per circled gold pan. So it would be 4 times, let's say I got all 4 pans, then I would get 4 gold. And I believe that's 4 gold times 4 pans, but I'll double check that too. There it is. 1 point for every $4 in your inventory, rounded down. 1 point for every 2 gold in your inventory. And then where is the end of game points from silver stars earned in the mine and the hotel? 1 point for each star in your inventory. Where is the pan stuff? Because that should be part of the score, I thought. Interesting. 1 moment. That's a part of the score that I don't think I am seeing in the rulebook, which is really weird. After 3 rounds, the game ends. Why 3 rounds if there's 5 poker hands? Oh, never mind. It's not 5 poker hands. Those are 5 poker cards, and these are the columns are the rounds. So it is a 3-round game, not a 5-round game. I got that wrong earlier. Please accept my apologies. Why am I not seeing the panning? 1 second. 1 second. I did not intend to pause the game to look, or to the stream to look up a rule, but here we are. There we are. Panning and work. Because it's not done at the end of the game. It's done at the end of the round. So you pan and you work every round. So, okay. All right. So let's take a harder look at that. At the end of every round, which is there's 3 rounds in the game, for every pan that you have circled, you're going to earn gold. So if you get the gold pans early, you can get a lot more gold by the end of the game. Likewise, for every circled cash or dollar that you have, for every circled hammer that you have, you earn $2. And you can pick up hammers throughout the actions that you're taking. And that's also done at the end of the round. So it's panning and working. You're panning for gold and you're working with your hammer, and you basically just get to earn money for working. And the more work you do, symbolized by the hammers that you're collecting, the more money you earn. You'll see it during the end of the first phase. So at the end of the round, at the end of the game, it is for every $4 you get a victory point that you have accumulated, that you currently have on hand that you have not spent, I should say. And then for every 2 gold that you have not spent, and then any silver badges or stars that are out there, we'll get to those. Those are end game scoring. And then finally, any accumulated stars that you've earned throughout the game. And that's your final score. So now let's talk a little bit lastly. Well, not lastly. I have added a couple of extra little modules just to, where's the gold tracked? I can show you that. Hold on. It's tracked right there. So I've added a couple of little modules. Is it in focus? It's not in focus, is it? Oh, no, there it is. Okay, good. I think it figured it itself out. Yeah, so I've added a couple little modules to the game just to add a little flavor, little challenge, right? So I'm playing against Doc Holliday. And Doc Holliday has a special ability. If I have a queen, a jack, queen, or king in my card lineup anywhere, the 3 cards that I deal out on my turn, then on that turn, if I on that turn gain any money or spend any money on that turn, the dock will steal a card just straight off the deck, and it will stay stolen the rest of the game, which means the card distribution will look different. It will be different because one card out of the 52 that are in there will be gone, and I won't know which one it is. It'll be face down. So every time that happens, if I allow myself to spend money during one of those turns, he's going to steal a card, and I don't know which one, and it will mess with what card combinations come out. So I have to be aware of that. And there may be certain cards I really don't want him to ever steal. So I have to be aware of that. Lastly, when he scores, if I'm playing easy, then he will score in the town and the Badlands only. If I'm playing normal, he'll score in the town, the Badlands, and the trail. And then finally, if I'm playing hard, he'll score in all three of those, plus also the mine. So what I'm basically going to do is just play it and score it, and we'll find out, how good I really did. Did I do well enough to beat him in all four? I don't think I will. It's pretty hard, and you'll understand why in a minute. Let's say, for example, he scores in the town. He gets the best point value for scoring in the town, and he scores the town no matter what difficulty you're playing him against. He scores 4 times the points for any points earned in town for the dock. So you don't really want to give him the opportunity to score in the town unless you have to, because of that. Similarly, the Badlands, right? Badlands are 3x the points. And Trail is 2x and Mine is 1x. Those can add up. Playing easy, you're dealing with you're playing with the worst of the two, the worst 2 of the 4, meaning the ones that score the highest, but you're only dealing with those. You don't have the extra pain of dealing with the points he's earning from the other 2 areas as well. So it's going to be hard no matter what you do, but that gives you at least a chance, right? So really it comes down to how well you're keeping points away from him. Now, how do you keep points away from the opponent? By taking the actions in that area. So the more buildings I visit in town, the fewer points he will score. For every building I don't visit by the end of the game, he will score 4 points per building that I do not visit. Likewise, in the Badlands, the more I don't rob things, if I avoid the Badlands entirely, he will earn 3 points per location, per crime I do not commit in the Badlands. So I have to balance that. Maybe I still don't care. Maybe I'm going to be getting so many points from somewhere else that I feel confident that I can overcome the fact that he's going to earn all those points. The town and the Badlands both can only have, there's only 12 cards that can be spent in those areas only, but that means 24 cards in total that could be played in those areas. There are other locations that actually spend more cards, like the mine. There's a lot more opportunities to not visit a location. I think in the case of the mine, though, it's not the number of cards, it's really the locations you actually unlock. So I think it balances itself out. But regardless, that's Doc Holiday. I'm really looking at what Doc's looking to score and making sure that I'm at least competing with him in those areas of the board. I am also playing a character. You don't have to play a character. In fact, the base game, you're not playing a character, and you're not also facing Doc Holiday. You're just playing the game, and you're looking at what your best score is, and that's it. But I'm playing against an opponent, which is also an extra thing, and I'm playing a character. You can play, there's a bunch of characters you can pick from. You can also draw one randomly if you want. Each one of them have a special starting amount of resources, and they also have a special ability. And those abilities are different per character you're playing. I'm playing the wild card. And then the wild card means I start with $4 right off the bat. And I also start with 2 Joker cards. It's the only class in the whole game that lets you have those Joker cards. And what they mean are I can spend one of those Joker cards to treat any suit or value card as the suit or value of my choice. So let's say that I only have a 2, but I need a king. That's fine. I'll just discard a joker, and that 2 suddenly magically becomes a king, right? Or let's say I really, really, really have to have a spade, and no spade came out. Discard a joker, make it a spade. So I get to do that twice for the whole game. So that's the wild card. So we've covered Doc, we've covered the wild card, and now let's talk about bounties. Bounties are pretty simple. These are benefits that we can gain by completing those bounties at some point by the end of the game. And let's say that I collect this bounty on the left, which is collect at least 9 gold in the mine. If I collect 9 gold in the mine before the end of the game, I get 4 victory points for that. But I also get to take the action associated with what's on the sign pointing at that goal. So this bounty is on the left, this sign is pointing to the left, so if I complete this bounty, I get those victory points, and I get to take a free spade action, which is in the Badlands. So if I complete this other bounty instead, I get to take a heart action. So I don't have to do those. I can just ignore those, but there are 8 victory points hanging out, ready for me to go, and 2 free actions if I choose to get them done. So they're there. They're just there to entice me, direct me, and let me know that those are additional capabilities, little extra things that we can go after. So let's get into it. If there's any questions or concerns or anything I didn't cover or anything that is still unclear, put them in the comments put them in chat or in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, and I'll help you out. Okay, so let's go. Let's just pop back to here. I think you can, yeah, you can still see the whole board. Great. And let's talk about that. Let's just draw some cards and just see what we got. So when we're playing solo, you get to choose which cards you're going to put where. So in this game, my first draw, I can say, well, what do I want to do first? I can go to the trail. In fact, I could go to the trail with an ace of hearts. And that would be the very first location. No, you're actually marking them on the board. The locations have those symbols on them. And you will be able to circle them when you take those actions. And you'll see what I mean in just a minute. Okay, so I think I might take that trail action. Ace of hearts looks pretty good. But that would leave me with a 9 of spades for the poker hand, but that's okay. So let's do it. We want to play the ace, but we want that ace to be hearts. It happens to be an ace of hearts, but that doesn't matter. I'm more important to me that is an ace. So I have an ace of hearts, and then my poker hand will be the 9 of spades. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's just mark the poker hand first. So I'll come over here and I'll say this is a 9 and it is of spades. So that's a 9 of spades. So what I do when I'm playing solo is I'll just put the card down below my board that I played, and I'll just accumulate that poker hand. So if I zoom back out, you can see I just put the 9 of spades down here. It's the first hand of the poker, but I also wrote it on the board just to remind myself of what I did. So it's 9 of spades was my first. So now let's come over to the trail, and I just mark the ace off, and I'll circle the two victory points, and then I'll come back to. In fact, I'll zoom in so you can see that. I'll come over. Nope, that's the wrong zoom, Bob. I'll come over here. That's much better. Okay, so I'll come here, and because I got 2 stars from visiting the ace location on the trail, the first location, I'm going to just mark off 2 stars. Okay, so that's the first turn. Pretty simple. So now we are going to come back here. We're going to take the next turn. We drew Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Diamonds, and the Seven of Hearts. Well, I don't want to go to the Seven of Hearts location. It's too far down the trail. I'd skip over too many good things. So we're not going to take a Hearts action. That leaves us with a Diamonds action. The Diamonds action is, where are you? It's the mine. Yeah, I like the mine. Let's do that. So let's take a look at the mine. Let's come here, take a look. So what we have are two locations. The two starting locations we can visit are if we play an ace through a 7. So we play any card, ace through 7 in diamonds, we go to this left location. If we play an 8 through a king in this location, then we go to the right location. So why that matters is you'll notice these are branching paths. And we're ideally going to be wanting to work towards some of these endgame scoring capabilities. And there are victory points above that you can gain as well, and money. For example, the thing that I'm eyeballing right here is that the second to the last tier in the mine gives you 6 gold. It's only 1 victory point, but it gives you 6 gold. So if you want to balance things, you might go 2 victory points and 4 gold. But if you do that, you can't get this leftmost end game scoring capability. So what is that? That's 1 victory point per tombstone in the cemetery. So if I visit the cemetery a lot, then I'll get 9 victory points just for unlocking that. If I go here instead, this is 1 victory point per building in town that I visit. Again, that's 12 victory points right there. So, you know, these are things to think about. I think, well, the bounty, let's go look at the bounty for a second. This bounty card says I can circle a gold pan or a hammer, right? So either decision, the mine lets me have a hammer or a gold pan. So either decision helps me towards the bounty. And either decision gives me 1 gold. So I could spend, so let's take a hard look at the cards, right? Let's just pop back out here. So if I take a look at the cards, I'm going to play a diamonds action. So that's going to be Queen of Diamonds. So now, do I want to play it as a Queen of Diamonds, or do I want to play it at the 7 of Diamonds? If I play it as the 7, I get the hammer. If I play it as the Queen, then I get the gold pan. Either way, it's going to help me. It's going to help me at the end of the round too. There are wanted icons in the last row. Yes, it's a good and bad situation. You get an end game scoring, but you might get arrested. So let's see. In fact, there's wanted on the last 2 rows. It's just a lot more potential wanted on the bottom row, depending on which one you unlock. So I think I'm going to go with the hammer. So I'm going to play it as a 7. That would put the poker card as a Queen of Hearts. Okay, so poker hand, Queen of Hearts. So we're going to do Queen and Hearts. And then the Queen of Hearts comes down, joins the 9 of Spades. So now we have a 7 of Diamonds. So on the mine, we're going to come over here, and we're just going to, what we're going to do is we're going to mark off the hammer, because we're going to come down and circle the hammer. And then we're going to mark off the gold, and we're going to circle the gold. So the circle's available. The circle of gold now is available to spend if I need to modify the cards. And we've just completed the first tier. But we can, by the way, come back later and play the first tier over here. It's not like the trail where once you complete one level, you can't complete the other things. You can. You can just continue to explore that level of the mine. Totally fine. Okay, so that's the end of that round. Pretty simple. This will get quicker as we go. 6 of clubs, 6 of diamonds, and the 2 of diamonds. Well, we could go back to the mine, but if we do that, well, no, we could still do that. I have to be careful too, because there's Doc Holliday up there wanting the town in the Badlands. If I spend a lot of time in the mines, I'm not going to go to either of those. So I have to be careful. I do like the mines though, because I like working towards them, but I have to not be too foolish. So instead I could take it a club action. I could make it a club. If I make it a club, I'm going to town, right? So let's take a look at our town actions, right? If we look at our town again, here's the club actions. I can either take it as a 6 or a 2 of clubs. A 2 of clubs would mean I'm going to the bank. I could do that. Let me look at the bank. The bank is actually one of the ones that I was a little unclear of. Invest in a prosperous future at the bank. Pay the banking fee of $4. I happen to have $4. Okay. Then choose to either bank on red or bank on black. At the start of each future turn, check the 3 cards in the lineup. If you banked on red and all 3 cards in the lineup revealed are red, any combination of diamond or hearts, or if you banked on black and all 3 cards in the lineup reveal as black, any combination of clubs and spades, you gain stars equal to the round you are in. So I would gain 1 star for the first round. And yeah, I know, right? It does kind of feel like that. And then I would earn 1 victory point. The second round would be 2 victory points. The third round would be 3 victory points. So I'm doing that. I could do that, and it does come up a fair amount. It wouldn't be a bad strategy to get that early. Get a victory point just for going there. That's cool. And then I'm basically gambling that any straight color draws will give me a victory point. And I can get them both. I can come back later when I got $4 more and I can get the other side. So anytime I get the color draw on either side, I would get the extra victory points. So that's something to think about. The other option is the 6. If I do the 6, I spend $1 and I donate to the church. And by donating to the church, I become less wanted because I'm a nice boy. So I don't have any wanted right now. So I don't really need to go to the church. Don't need penance because I'm just starting out. I'm fresh-eyed. So we should take the bank action because it'll help us fend off Doc Holliday's 4 points per building. And for no other reason than that, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take it as a club action. And we're going to play it as a 2. That leaves the 6 of diamonds for my poker hand. Not looking like a great poker hand this time, folks. 6 of diamonds. Okay, so that leaves the 2 of clubs. So we're going to circle the 2 of clubs. We did that. We're going to cross out that victory point and fill in a star because we went to the building. Now we're going to spend 4 cash. You can't see me, but I did just that. Crossed off my four money. And which one are we banking on? Well, we saw a bunch of red already. So I'm going to bank on black. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle the bank on black circle on top to remind myself that I have banked on black. I'm also going to cross off the bank on black down here just to help me remember that I done that. Now, from here on out, Doc Holliday will only score 11 of the 12 buildings at 4 points apiece. 44 points if I go to no other buildings by the end of the game. That's a lot of points. But I'll be visiting more buildings. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Let's go see what our next draw is. 5 of clubs, 2 of clubs, and the 8 of hearts. I don't want to make a heart action. Well, I could. I could go to, well, that's not a bad move. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's come up over here. I know. I know. In fact, okay, I'll show you the cards first. So there's the cards. 5 of clubs, 2 of clubs, 8 of hearts. So we're going to go back to here where we're going to look at the trail. I could play that as a 2 of hearts, which would put a 5 of clubs in my poker hand. But the 2 of hearts would give me either a hammer or a gold pan. If I take it as a gold pan, then at the end of the round, I'll be able to earn 1 gold and $2. If I take it as a hammer, I would earn $4 at the end of the round because I already have 1 hammer from a prior action. And I just spent $4 to bank on black. So I think I'm going to take that action. I like it. I like that. So we're going to zoom back out so you can see everything. And we're going to take this 8 as a heart action. We're going to take the 2 as the value, and we're going to take the 5 as the poker hand. So the 5 of clubs comes down, and that's going to be 5 here. Our poker hand is going to be garbage unless I get a pair on my last card. I won't get any points at all or money unless I manage a pair next hand. I may even spend a gold to do it. We'll see. We'll see. Don't know. Okay, so let's take that trail action, shall we? Well, it's very simple, this one. So the trail action, we are just going to cross off the 2 because we're taking the 2 of hearts. And then we're going to cross off the benefit, which is either a pan or a hammer. So I'm going to take it as, I'm going to come here. I guess you can't really see that. So I'll pop it back out here. So I'll come here and I'll just circle the hammer. So now from here on out, at the end of all 3 rounds, I will make $4. I should have taken that. Probably should have taken that as a gold pan, but I'm not confident in this poker hand, and I want to bank on red at some point next round. So, okay. Yeah, great. That's that. Good, you can see that. 4 of diamonds, 7 of spades, and the jack of hearts, rather. Well, I could try to rob a chicken. I could take a Badlands action, which again is one of Doc Holliday's strengths, and rob a chicken. And if I do that and I succeed, I will gain 1 wanted, 2 victory points, and $3. Presumably for selling said chicken. You're right. That is no pair for me. Unless I spend the 1 gold that I have to turn that 4 of diamonds into a 5. Or I spend that 1 gold to turn the 7 into a 6. Or the jack into a queen. I see what you've done there. So I actually have a lot of flexibility. I could turn any one of those cards into a pair. What would I get for it? I'd get $2 and 1 victory point. So I would convert 1 gold into $2 and 1 victory point. Well, I need 2 gold to earn 1 victory point at the end of the game. So turning 1 gold into 2 victory points is pretty good. Oh, it's just 1 victory point. It's 1 gold to 1 victory point. So it's still not bad. That's 50% better. So maybe I do that. We'll see. Either way, I think I probably will do that because one of those cards will end up being in the poker hand. So, do I take it as a Badlands action? Do I take the diamond to go back to the mine? Oh, maybe I do. And I think I do it as a diamond. Yeah. Oh, no, I can't. No, I could, but it wouldn't have the same effect. Troublesome. Here's what I'm thinking, right? If I could somehow make it the ace through the four, but the problem with doing the ace through the four is I need the four as the suit in order to take it as a diamond, which means I, by definition, have to take it as a seven or a jack of diamonds, which would put me in different categories over here. I could take the middle one and take a free heart action, which is just the trail, which is fine. And then if I do that, I'd take one of those and get its benefits instead. Which is not altogether a bad thing. I just like the idea of a free Badlands action because then I don't actually have to spend one of my real actions to go there. I just get it as an extra benefit, you know? Let's see. Or I could just have my original idea, which is just to rob a chicken. But if I do that, I don't get any cascading benefit. So I think I really should try for that. I want to look up something, though. I want to look up the mine just for a minute. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Right. Let's take a look at something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What happens? Yeah. I'm missing one piece of information, and it would be really nice to have it. Ah, here we are. So if I did that, it would be, interesting. Okay. Ah, wow. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I am going to take it as a mining action. And so here's what that means. So we're going to play the four as a suit, and we're going to play the seven as the value. So we're going to play it as a seven of diamonds, which means the jack of queens goes in, the jack of queens, jack of hearts goes in the poker hand. Now, I can spend one gold to modify the value of one card by 1 point up or down. So I'm going to spend one gold, and this jack becomes a queen. So we're going to mark it as a queen of hearts. So I've just achieved one pair. Doesn't matter that they're both the same suit. That is technically a queen of hearts. We'll get to that in endgame, in the end of round scoring. But let's finish the turn first. So we are playing this as a diamond. So let's go take a look at the mine. We're playing this as a seven of diamonds. So the seven, the second, I've already taken the ace through seven on the first level, which unlocks these two locations. In order to play here, I need to play a 5 through a 7. So that's what I've done. I've played the 7. So we're going to mark this one off, and we're going to take those two actions. We're going to get that gold back that I just spent, because that was one of the benefits of going to this location. And then I get a free heart action. Well, as you can see, the heart is the trail. And what I was just looking up in the rule book is what happens when I get a free trail bonus action. I get to go anywhere on the trail that I want, but the rule still applies. If I skip over something, I lose out on going back to those locations. So I, in fact, am going to erase the fact that I've those two, and I'm just going to circle the hammer that I took. Because if I skip over a location, I'm supposed to cross it out. So I want to make it clear to myself later that these are the locations I went to and these locations I skipped. But in this case, I would get a free, if I took it as a 3, I would get a free cemetery action. And I do like going to the cemetery a little bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take it as a 3. Why not? Why hinder myself having other opportunities later in the game? So I'm going to cross off this heart because I've just now taken that heart action, that bonus action. And so now I get 1 victory point, which I will cross off. Actually, I'll circle. And then I also get a free cemetery action. So let's take a look at the cemetery. We haven't gone there yet. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. So the cemetery. Yeah. So we start out in the center of the cemetery. It's already taken. We're allowed to start there. Now, we get to go to any orthogonally adjacent headstone. So I can go up, down, left, or right, basically. And if I go to those locations, I get the benefit that's posted in between them. So if I come to the bottom, I would get a free gold pan, right? If I go to the north, I'd get another hammer, which would be 3 instead of 4. If I go right, I get 2 gold. If I go left, I get $4. I spent my money, but I'm going to get $4 left, so gold is more attractive to me. Likewise, the gold pan is pretty attractive to me because I don't have one yet, and I need it for the bounty. Plus, it earns me gold every round. So I think I'm going to go down. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to circle this headstone. It gives me 1 wanted, which is kind of a bummer, but there we go. I'm slightly notorious now. And I get this gold pan. So I'm going to circle that gold pan right there. So now I have 1 gold pan, 2 hammers. I visited 1 headstone in the cemetery. I got the free bonus action in the trail, and all of that was triggered by going to the mine. So there you go. Okay, end of the round, right? Just want to follow end of round 1 time. I'm pretty sure I know all of it, but I just want to make sure. End of game, bonus actions. Yes. Badlands, phase 6, phase 4, resolve poker hand. Yeah, okay. So, resolving poker hand. Well, because we know we converted this jack into a queen, I've given myself 1 pair. And if we look at the poker hand, am I on the right spot for that? I am. So if we look at the poker hand, 1 pair earns me $2. So I'll just take $2 by circling that over here in the cash, which you can't see. And then I will get 1 star, which I will now mark. Okay. And I spent a gold to achieve that, but I think it was worth it. Okay, I've done that. I've resolved my poker hand. So these cards go away. They no longer are relevant or useful to me as a reminder. And now we'll pan and work. Well, I have 1 pan circled, so I get 1 gold. So I'll take my gold. And I have 2 hammers circled, which gives me $2 per hammer, so that's $4. So I'll circle $4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we'll come back out, and this is the current state of the board. We've got $6. We've got 2 gold. We've managed to accumulate 5 stars, where only 1 wanted. We have 2 hammers and 1 gold pan. All right. And I failed to draw the sheriff card. That was my bet. So I'm going to draw that off the bottom of the deck because, in fact, I'll just now draw the sheriff card off the bottom of the deck for the entire game, because that way I'm not, if I forget, I'm not inadvertently messing with the order of the cards and making things different than they would have otherwise played out. So that's what we're going to do. Bottom of the deck, the sheriff card comes out. Now, I only have 1 wanted, and it says, the sheriff will attempt to arrest me. The more wanted I have, the more likely it is the sheriff will arrest me. To resolve this phase, first decide if you want to bribe the sheriff. I only have one wanted. I do not want to bribe the sheriff. Yeah. Bribing the sheriff doesn't, by the way, doesn't alleviate any wanted that I have. It just lets me get off scot-free. Okay, now I flip over the card. So what we have, the draw. Oh my God. Oh my God. He arrests me with an ace. I have one wanted. I'm pretty sure he gets me. Let's just see. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Let's see. If the sheriff card is an ace, treat it as a 1. Okay, so it's a 1. And if the sheriff card is equal to or greater than your not wanted level, I have a 1, so it's equal. Okay, so I'm either going to lose 4 stars or $10. I'm losing 4 stars because I don't have $10. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be stars. Bummer. Okay, that sucks, but I'm marking off 4 stars. That sucks. He busted me with a frickin' ace. Yes, it is. All right. Now, what do I do? Do I shuffle at the end? Shuffle the deck. Good deal. Okay. Oh, that's helpful. Yeah, that's real good. Let's just dump the cards all over the ground. Oh, that's the kind of day that I'm having. Okay. There we go. There we go. No. Okay. Yeah. Shuffle. Okay, so for everybody who might be watching the big football game in the United States today, I hope your sports ball team of choice is victorious. My sports ball teams of choice in this particular sport were eliminated weeks and weeks ago. So I don't have a care in the world when it comes to the particular outcome of this game. I don't know if I'll tune in or not. I doubt it. Not the biggest, most rabid fan of football anyway. So like, whatever. I'm sure some people care. And if you care, and that's something that you really get into, hey, who am I to judge? I'm playing a game right now, right? So what is football in a different kind of game? I say, play your games. Enjoy them, whatever they may be. And if this was a different year and my team was doing great, maybe I'd care a lot more, right? Okay, so this time around, we're not going to be dumb and forget to draw the sheriff card. So, in fact, because it's a shuffle every time from this point forward, I'm gonna go back on what I said. I'm just gonna draw it off the top right away. But yeah, okay. Top of the round. 3 cards. Here we go. Sheriff has his card. I don't know what it is. He busted me with a freaking ace at the end of the round, so I guess it's possible. I should have probably bribed him, but you know, what were the odds, right? 4 in 52, apparently. No, so Doc. Oh, right. That would have been the queen. I did spend cash the first turn, and the first turn was a 9. So no. The Doc only steals cards if I earn or spend money. Oh, if I earn. I could have earned on one of those turns. He might have. And because I forgot to look I'm going to let him steal 2 cards because I don't know. We're just going to pull those off the bottom, and he stole 2 cards. He gets 3 victory points, 1 victory point per stolen card on easy, 2 victory points on stolen cards on normal, and 3 victory points per stolen card in hard mode. So if I'm playing him on hard right now, which I don't know if I am or not, he just made 6 points from that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the reminder. I will not forget to look at that. Again, I say confidently. Yeah. Okay, so let's maybe try for a better poker hand this round. I kind of neglected it last round to try to demonstrate the game a little bit, but also get a few things done. We haven't done anything in the Badlands yet. He's going to crush me over there if I'm not careful. I've gone to 1 town location, also not great. I don't have a club, so I'm playing either Badlands or the Mine, and I've gone to the Mine twice. So I'm thinking we should try to get something done over there in the Badlands. I think we try to rob a chicken, even though I'm not a big fan of going to the Badlands and accruing wanted. But we'll try it. Why not? So here's how it works. It is a bit of a gamble because you are taking a risk to try to steal something. It's not a given that you're going to be able to do it. So I am circling this 4. Attempt to steal a chicken. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Yeah, okay, so it's circled at 4 because I'm playing it as a 4. I'm playing a spade 4, and then the 8 of spades becomes my poker hand. So I'll stick that in here. 8 of spades, the 8 of spades. Okay. Yes, I know it's ace. I'm just messing around. Okay. So my stealing chicken. Now I top deck the cards. I top deck the card deck, and I reveal it. This is the robbery card. If the robbery card is equal or greater than the value of my target, then I successfully rob it, which is why the trains are like Jack, Queen, King, because it has to be the same or greater to pull that off, which makes those very difficult to do without help. Like if you had the shotgun, or, you know, if you had the shotgun, you can pull it off a lot easier, but I don't have the shotgun yet. By the way, you have to go at the pistol first and then the rifle. So it's an investment of time and money to get yourself into a rifle. So anyway, I'm going to top deck that deck, and I'm hoping that I'm going to draw a 4 or higher. If I pull that off, then I steal the chicken. So here we go. I drew a king. So I successfully I successfully steal a chicken. Hooray. Let's take a look. You're not out anything, by the way, if you lose. You still gain all the wanted, but you gain at least half the stars you were going for. So if you try to rob a train and you fail, sure, you're getting 4 wanted, which is a lot, but you're also getting 4 victory points. You're not getting any of the money, though, because you didn't actually do anything. So, I love it. But in my case, I'm just stealing a lowly chicken. So I get 1 wanted. Bummer. So now I'm at 2. I get 2 victory points, 2 stars, and I get 3 ducats. 3 ducats. Okay, there was not a face card in the lineup this time. So because I gained money, Doc did not steal a card. because I don't have a face card in the lineup. Okay, oh, first card's a face card. Second card's an ace. And let me zoom out so you can see all that. Yeah, so I have a jack of spades, a queen of diamonds, and an ace of spades. I don't consciously want to make or spend money this round, this hand. Well, I have a spade in the poker hand. So I'm inclined to put one of the spade cards in my poker hand. I could go to the mine again. If I go to the mine, yes, exactly, flush draw. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try for an ace of diamonds, which would let me take a free spade action, which is another Badlands action, which, hey, helps me avoid the victory points that Doc is going to try to steal or take. Whatever I don't do, he's going to do, right? So I might steal that chicken over there because, again, I don't really want to be playing around in the Badlands. I don't like to take on the risk, and I certainly don't want to take on the wanted if I don't have to. So I'm going to do the cheapest possible Badlands stuff I can get away with. I guess I could later go ditch 4 wanted by going to town, but I may do that yet if worst case, right? Okay, so I like this. I like this. So we're going to put the jack of spades in the poker hand for a flush draw, hopefully. And then we're going to play it as an ace of diamonds. So we're going to go to the mine. And we're going to play it as an ace of diamonds, which is this one here, which gets me a free spade action and a gold. So we're going to take that gold, and they're going to take a spade action. We're going to play it as a 3. And that means I'm top decking the deck. It is a frickin' ace. Oh my God. Are aces considered high or low? It is a 1. Oh my God. How did I fail to steal a chicken for a 3? Okay, get the wanted. I get 1 of the victory points, and I get none of the money. Now, here's the thing. I still think that's worth doing because I still went to that location and tried to steal a chicken. So that's something that Doc Holliday can't do because I've marked it off already. Even if I was unsuccessful, yeah, they are fast little bastards. That's true. But the other thing is, because I went there, I only have to go one more time and I get a free cemetery action because I will have completed the row. So that also helps me, right? Okay. Okay. All right. So these go away. Sorry, I was considering my strategy there for a minute. I didn't earn any cash that round. No, because I failed to rob. So he didn't steal a card. Ha ha ha. Sucker. Okay. I don't want to earn gold again or earn money again this round either because I have 2 queens out. I don't want to give him any cards. Okay. Oh, can't see cards. My bad. Yeah, so I got a queen of clubs, a queen of spades, and a 10 of hearts. I don't want to take a hard action. I could go to town. Town wouldn't suck. I could just buy victory points at the saloon. If I go to the saloon, it's pay $2, earn 1 victory point. I can do that. I can earn a maximum of 8 stars per visit. Queen of Spades in the poker hand. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I agree with that. Flush draw, baby. So if I do it that way, I'll be going to the 10. The 10 is choose an outlaw to hunt. The jack, the queen, or the king. If I successfully hunt them, I can get $4 or 2 gold, or I can eliminate 2 wanted. I don't know that I've ever hunted an outlaw. Maybe I have. Oh, no, yes, I have. Oh, yes, I have. Okay, yeah, we're totally going to do that. Okay, you're going to like that. So that's fun. Okay, we're going to do the 10 of clubs, and we're going to put the queen of spades in the poker hand. Good one. Good looking out, that god. Okay, so that's coming down here. We gonna pushing it a little bit on it. Let's try to make that a little straighter so you guys don't start to lose things there. Okay, so we're gonna come down here to the 10. Circle the 10. We get a victory point just for going there the first time, so we're gonna cross that off. Yeah, in fact, it doesn't make sense to circle these buildings because you're allowed to come back to them. It's about getting that first victory point. So that's what we'll do. We'll just count the places I haven't gotten that initial victory point. So in this case, I got a star for going there. I crossed it off, but I didn't actually take it. So now I get to choose. Who am I hunting for? The way it works is from here on out, every future draw of the cards when I'm drawing for the round, for the turn rather, if a jack comes up and I've chosen the jack to be the outlaw, then I get that benefit because I basically just caught that outlaw. No other change happens, like it's still played normally. I just get that extra benefit because I've already said anytime a jack comes up, I'm hunting the jack. That's how that works. Bail bonds. Let's see. The bail bonds needs your help in tracking down the outlaws who skipped out on their bail. And you're just the wrangler to get the job done. To do so, circle one of the 3 outlaw symbols at the top of the map. Jack, king, or queen. At the start of each future turn, whenever the lineup features a card with the symbols in your inventory area. Let's see. With that value. Oh, sorry. Whenever the lineup features a card with that value, you gain the reward of your choice. You may hunt multiple outlaws, but can only circle 1 symbol per visit to the bail bonds. So I can't just say I'm going to hunt all 3. No, I have to go back to the bail bonds every 2 more times to hunt the other 2. If more than 1 outlaw appears in the lineup, you gain the reward for each outlaw, even if the same outlaw appears more than once. So, beneficial to go here. In this round, we've seen a lot of queens and kings. We haven't seen many jacks. We have 1 jack. So I think I'm going to pick the jack, but I mean, we're going to shuffle up at the end of the round anyway. So I'm going to pick the jack. I'm going to circle it there, but I'm also going to circle it up on top here, which is where it says the Jack Outlaw. That's just another place to remind you that you're hunting jacks. So every time a jack comes out on the lineup, from here on out, I get extra goodies. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Hey, look at that. A jack just came out. Paying off already. So, do I want $4? Do I want 2 gold? Or do I want to get rid of 2 wanted? I'm going to get rid of 2 wanted. So now I'm only 1 wanted. As long as he doesn't draw another ace, he won't catch me again. Yeah, okay. I have a spade, so I think I want that 5 of spades to stay in the poker hand. That leaves a heart or a club action. I could go to town, but I'd have to take the jack action, which would just let me peek at the sheriff's card. It's not terribly useful. But if I do that, I get to take a diamond action for free the first time I go there. That is worth it. Oh, I took that spade action. Speaking of the mine, that's already gone. Okay. So the question is, do I go and eliminate that last wanted that I have? Maybe. I mean, it's good to eliminate 2 wanted, though, per action. So I'd be losing out on eliminating 1 wanted. My efficiency brain hates that. On the flip side, I could just get 1 star and just be confident that he's not drawing an ace this round. I can always come back to it later if I really need to eliminate some wanted. The more important part is I get to take a free diamond action by going here. And it helps me out in town where he's 4x the points. Yes, question, hit me. Oh, you got it? Okay. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. We're going to play it as a club action. So the suit is the 8, the value is a jack, and the 5 of spades is in the poker hand. 5 of spades. Yes, okay. And so we go here and we take a free diamond action and we get to peek at the sheriff card. Well, sheriff is a 6. He ain't arresting me this round. And then I get to choose. So I get to know what he's going to get, what he has, whether or not I'm going to get arrested. And then I get to choose. Does he reduce my wanted, or do I just take it as a victory point? I think I'm going to take it as a victory point because he stole 4 of them from me before. So I want to get some of those back, you know. And because he's not going to arrest me and I only have 1 wanted, why waste it on that? So now I get to hit my free diamond action. So let's go back to the mine for a second. Take a look. I can go here and get this pan if I want. I can come down here and get a wanted, a victory point, and 6 gold. Or I can come down here and get 2 victory points, a wanted, and 4 gold. Or, because I've been here, I can come down here and get 3 victory points, a wanted, and 2 gold. Collecting a lot of gold is beneficial to me because I can complete this bounty, this one right here, as a matter of fact. If I complete that bounty, I get 4 victory points. And I need to collect 9 gold to do it. I've collected 3 gold in the mine so far. If I come here and get 6 gold, I will have finished this bounty. So I'm going to do that. I'm absolutely going to do that. I'm going to do it early too because I want to get as many actions as I can get. I mean, it's not even early. It's almost the end of the second round, right? So let's get that done. We're going to get 1 victory point, or 1 star, 1 wanted, and 6 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a jack, so he does steal a card. Doc does. Which is, oh, no. I didn't get any money. I took gold. He doesn't steal a card. He doesn't steal a card. No. I got gold, not money. Yeah. Okay, great. Cool. All right. So I mark this off. I mark all of those off, that I took all of those. And now I can come down to the bounty and it says collect 9 gold, which I've just done in the mine. I get 4 victory points. So I take 4 stars. 2. You can't see that. 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to flip this card over to remind me that I've done it. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to tap it. But I also get to take the action on the signpost that's pointing at that bounty, which means I get a free Badlands action. How about that? So I'm going to take this chicken. And we're going to draw and see if we steal a chicken. He drew a 3, which barely means I pulled off that theft. So I still get the wanted, though, unfortunately, because it's a nefarious act. But I do get both stars, and I get $1, which now he does. I almost wanted to fail. In fact, I probably should have thought about that, but that's okay. He does steal a card. That's right. He does steal a card from me because I did earn money on this round. But that's okay because that was a nice cascade of actions. Oh, right. Speaking of cascades, that was my last row, the last action in that row in the Badlands, which means I get a free cemetery action. Let's go rob a tomb, shall we? Okay, what are we going to do? Well, it's the end of the round. I think I'm going to take that 3rd hammer. So we're going to take from the center. We're going to go up to this orthogonally adjacent headstone. And we're going to rob that one. So I get 1 wanted for doing that. So I'm at 4 wanted now, but I get that hammer. So I'm going to circle that hammer down there. So now I'm at 3 hammers. It's going to make $6 at the end of this round. I'm not making nearly enough stars, by the way. Not going to be very good for me this game, I think. So that was the free tombstone action. So I'm at 4 wanted. That was a lot of action in one round, though. I like that. Ooh, I'm going to make my flush draw. Oh, yes, I am. Okay. What am I going to do? We know one of those is going to be there. Could take it as an ace of clubs. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it as an ace of clubs. Yeah, and here's how that's going to work. Okay. Ooh, I'm not going to take it as an ace of clubs. I could spend 2 gold to take it as an ace of clubs, though, and I might. I might do that. Let me think. I could take it as a 4 of gold instead. And if I do that, I'd get a workhorse. But I'd have to spend $3 to do it. I don't have a face card in the lineup, so I'm not in any risk of Doc nailing me for spending money. So what do I want to do? I could take it as a 10. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I could take it as a 10 of clubs and go hunt outlaws again. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Bank on, oh, you could bank on black. If I do that, though, it's a 2. I don't have a 2. Oh, bank on black. Oh, you're saying I bank on black because it's all black cards. You're correct. You're correct. Good looking out. It is round 2, so I get 2 victory points. Good looking out. Hey, good eyes. Good eyes. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So took care of that. Thank you. I'm going to play it as a 10 of clubs. So the ace is going over here. The 10 is the value, and the 4 of spades goes in the poker hand to complete my flush draw. 4 of spades. Okay. So I'm taking this as a 10 of clubs. So we're gonna hunt kings. Yeah, we're gonna hunt kings. Although it doesn't matter, we're gonna shuffle them. So let's hunt queens instead. We're gonna hunt queens. Okay. Okay. We don't get an extra victory point for going there because we've already gone there. But that's okay. We got five more draws, 3 cards per draw. So I got 15 more cards to see. Hopefully we get a jack or a queen in one of those. This last draw, I should try to get a couple more upgrades done because I can get this last bounty for 4 victory points. And I'd get the free heart action, which wouldn't suck. So, some stuff to look at this next round. Okay. So, end of the round. First and foremost, the poker hand. We got our flush draw. Flush draw. Let's take a look at the flush draw. So here, flush draw says $6 and 5 victory points. There was a... Oh, this is the end of the round. This is just a different phase entirely. Okay, good. So earning money here does not trigger dock because it's not part of the turn. No, this is a different phase. Okay. So we are getting $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are getting 5 victory points. 1, 2. You can't see that. 3, 4, 5. And then what are we doing? We are finishing the rest of the round. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop. Which, of course, is in a different section of the book entirely. Isn't that fun? Okay, now we pan and work. Right. So I have 1 pan circled, so I get 1 gold. That is unfortunate. I would have liked to have more circled by now, but that's where it is. And then working, I do have 3 hammers, though. So that's $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, every $4 at the end of the round and the end of the game is 1 victory point. So Gwen is mad at the fact that my partner came home. And by mad, it's really excited. Okay. Let's see. Right. Now, sheriff is going to try to arrest me. I happen to know the sheriff is carrying a 6. I have 4 wanted, so he does not arrest me. Huzzah. Okay, last round. I think we've kept Doc Holliday to 3 cards so far. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, as a reminder, we are hunting jacks and queens, and we are looking for all black cards to come out. We get bonuses for any of that this game so far. It's not looking good for Doc's points. He's going to earn a lot of points. I think right now I've only got 21 points. I think Doc is going to crush me. We're going to see. We're going to see. I don't tend to play against the characters, but I thought, why not? I'm on stream. Let's spice it up a little, see what happens. And I've always been kind of curious to see how they play. They're hard. They're tough. But I like it. I like that it's tough. Okay. Here we go. I don't mind if I lose, because I'll also look up the point value too, just to see, just if even if we don't play against Doc, like what our points would have been. Okay, here we go. King of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, and 9 of Hearts. I guess we're gonna have a heart in the poker hand somewhere. I could change the suit, could change the value. I may change the value. It's only 1 gold to do that, and then I could take it as a 4 of hearts. But I take a wanted if I do that, and I don't want to do that. Could skip way ahead and go to 9. If I do that, I get a free club action, which is going to town. Don't really want to do that either. I could change the suit of one of these and take whatever the hell I want. I could instead just go to the cemetery. I can use any suit and any value to go to the cemetery instead. And depending on which one I take, I could take it as a, my benefit for doing that would have been the, what? Would be a free spade or a free club action. Yeah. No, I know. Which is kind of all the more reason to maybe go to the hideout this round. If I change the suit to a club, I can play it as a 3 of clubs and eliminate my 4 wanted. And I happen to have 4 wanted accumulated. Why I would do that instead of doing a cascading action is it's another building that I'm visiting in town that Doc Holliday is not. So, and town earns him 4. So going there is 4 victory points that I'm keeping away from him while earning 1 myself. And crucially, I don't earn any money for this round. So I think it's a good maintenance turn. It doesn't hurt anything, right? I'm going to spend 2 gold. I don't like doing that, but here's what we're going to do. 2 gold, and we're going to turn... do I want high value in my poker hand? Because I have some flexibility as to what I choose here. I want lower cards for the mine, because that gets me into the endgame scoring. I kind of want lower cards for the trail too. So I think I'm going to take the king as the poker card. And we're going to turn the 9 into a club, spending those 2 gold. So I spent 2 gold. That is now a club. I'm now playing it as a 3 of clubs with a king of hearts in the poker hand. So the 3, I get 1 victory point for going to the building for the first time. So we'll take that, 1 star. And then we're going to eliminate 4 wanted for hanging out in the hideout for a little while. No money, no cards stolen. Starting out strong in the poker hand, because who knows? I could get a royal, I could get all kinds of things. The hand is young. Okay. 4 of clubs. Ooh, 5 of hearts. Jack, beautiful. So, I just eliminated all my wanted. Now, I don't want to take it as money. I do want to take it as gold because I just spent 2 gold. So I want to get that gold back. Get that gold back for that jack, and I don't incur the wrath of Doc Holliday. I did. I'm not marking the building card anymore. I'm just marking the initial benefit that you get for going there, because you only get that once. So I just marked that off instead. Because you're allowed to go back and revisit these buildings. So that way I don't want to mark them like I can't go back there. Okay, so I want this 5 of hearts to go in the poker hand, because we might as well go for a flush draw when we can. I could go back. Oh, that's right. I did draw the sheriff card. I just drew it off the bottom though, because that's the same card it would have been. I could go back and peek at the sheriff's card again, but that doesn't help me for fending off Doc, so I'd rather not do that. I could take it as a jack of diamonds. Sorry, it would be a 4 of diamonds, actually, which I want. Yeah. So here's my thinking. If I look at the 4 of diamonds, let's take a look at the mine. If I come down here, yeah, I get 2 wanted, but for every building that I visited by the end of the game, I get 1 victory point, which would effectively make it right now 4 victory points. I'm incentivized to go visit the town anyway, because it takes points away from Doc Holliday, a lot of them. So might as well make points for that. Oh, I have that backwards. It would be like that. If I do it like that, it would be the, yeah. And the nice thing about doing it that way too is I wouldn't be earning any money there. I could instead play it here and get 2 victory points, 1 wanted, and 4 gold. But it's towards the end of the game, and I might as well not say goodbye to potentially more than 4 victory points, but at least 4 victory points. If I just get the 4 gold, it's only 2 victory points. So I think I am going to take that. I'm going to go 5 of hearts for the poker hand. 5 of hearts for the poker hand. And we're going to play this as a 4 of diamonds. And we're going to take the 2 wanted, unfortunately. And we're going to now get 1 victory point per circled building, or in this case, visited building, at the end of the game. Okay, cool. Zoom out. I do it. Okay. 2 of clubs, 8 of diamonds, 10 of hearts. Fair game for Doc. I don't have to worry about him this round. Finally. I think we're going to keep the 10 of hearts as the poker card. So it will be the 8 of clubs, but it costs me money to go there. I have the money, but I get victory points. I don't think I can flip them though, can I? No, it does not. I don't mind a flush draw at all. I don't think I can, if I visit the land office, I don't think I can flip the land office. The shape may be rotated and or flipped. Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, maybe I do. So here's what I'm thinking. It would cost me $8. And that's essentially 2 victory points worth of money, but I would earn 6 victory points. So I'd earn a net 4 victory points, and I'd get a free cemetery action. And if I play my cards right, I can maybe even get this last tombstone benefit at the end of the game, which would give me, 3, 4, 5 more victory points. So I can spend money without risking anything. I think I'm gonna. Why not? I'm gonna spend $8. 6 versus 5, and I spend 2 less dollars, which is essentially 1 victory point. So it's a wash. Okay. 4. Yeah, I see why they did it that way. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll spend 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go to the 8 of clubs location. We get a free cemetery action, which I'll take in a moment. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And then what I've done is I paid $8 to make this kind of corner Tetris shape. I can flip it and rotate it however I want. I have to draw it in that shape though. So I'm going to take it like this. Right. So I took it like that, which earns me 6 stars. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, so the 10 of hearts is part of the poker hand. And there we go. Yes, tell the person you're going to see I'm sorry for the delay. Okay. King of clubs, king of diamonds. This is killing me. Oh, and a queen. Hey, look at that. Okay. Well, I obviously don't want to make money because I don't want to incur the wrath of Doc. So I'm going to take the queen as... Ooh, I could get rid of the wanted. Ooh, that's tempting. I only have 2, though. I got burned on it earlier, so I mean, I never say never. It can happen. But have we seen any aces? We haven't. Uh-oh. But we don't know what's been stolen by Doc. There might be an ace in there, too. I don't know. King of clubs. Let me zoom out so you can see it. King of clubs, king of diamonds, and a queen of spades. What I'm trying to decide right now is what I'm going to do with my outlaw payout. Is it going to be 2 gold or is it going to be 2 wanted? Take it crossed off. It would suck to lose all that money at the end of the game where it would be $18 or 8 victory points. So I'm going to play it safe and I'm going to get rid of my 2 wanted. Okay, I don't want to earn money. I'm not above, I mean, I don't want to give him the victory points for taking a card, but if it's the right play, it's the right play. I could put the king in, but I'd kill my flush. If I do that, it's a pair, which is not very good. Or I could change the suit for 2 gold, which is 1 victory point, but benefit there is at least it's continuing my flush draw. And if I put a king on it, then I'm setting myself up for... I don't think you can score more than 1. I think you just score the best one you can score. So I wouldn't actually... I could potentially draw another king, but I doubt it because the other king's already out. So no, I wouldn't be. Unless there's a king. I guess there's technically a chance there's one more king that could come out, but... Okay. Well, we are going to change the suit for the poker hand to keep the flush alive. So that's going to be 2 gold. Now, what do we actually want to achieve? We can play it as a king or a queen in clubs, diamonds, or spades. Not really keen to attract 4 wanted this late in the game. But there is a lot of face cards out here. So the odds of drawing higher than me are pretty low. Do I try to rob a train? If I pull it off, it's 8 victory points and $10, and he can have his card. Ooh. Ooh. I did just eliminate my 4 wanted, though. So even if I lose, I'd still get 4 victory points. None of the money, but 4 victory points. Yeah, what the hell? We're on stream, right? Let's try to rob a train. All right, here we go. We're going to do that. All right, so we're going to play it as a spade. So the queen's going to be the suit card. We're going to take the king as the value. So we're going to try to rob the strongest train in the game. And we're going to take 2 gold. We're going to spend 2 gold to change the suit of the poker card to hearts. So now that is a king of hearts. Okay. So let's rob a train. I'm going to top deck this deck. To be clear. Oh, wait. Let's make sure. I'm pretty sure that it's really easy to catch me. Let's make sure. If the robbery, oh God, oh never mind. This was a mistake. Maybe I don't do this. Because it has to, the robbery card has to be equal or greater to the value of my target to rob it. If it is, and there's so much out, kings and queens and stuff are already out, that there's no chance I'm drawing a king. The odds are super low. So we're not going to do that. If we reverse it though, and we play it as a club, I could take a queen and I could buy victory points. For basically half the price. And I can do that up to $16. I'm inclined to do that. Towards the end of the game, it helps me reduce the amount of points in town. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that instead. I'm not going to take it as a spade. I'm not robbing the train. Sorry, I'm not that crazy. I had it backwards in my head. So, no. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to go visit the queen location, which is the saloon in town. We're going to get a victory point for going there for the first time. And yeah, exactly. That's the other problem, right? The odds are really not in my favor. And then let's see, how much money do I have? I've got 8, 6. I have $14. So that means I can buy 7 stars. Great. I'm buying 7 stars for all of my money. Okay. 7 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, we're getting closer to being able to fend him off, this Doc Holliday. Okay, last hand. Oh, you're right. Here we go. 7 of clubs, 5 of clubs, queen of clubs. Don't like that. Well, I'm going to have to spend 2 more gold to make one of them into into a heart in order to get something better than one pair out of that. Is it worth it though? I've already spent 2 gold to do that one time. And I already have a pair, so I could take the 5 and get 2 pair. If I get 2 pair, it's at least $3 and 2 victory points. And bank on black, you're correct. Banking on black. Round 3, 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Huzzah. Good eyes. Good eyes. Thank you. And I get to do the outlaw. Outlaw's a queen. So I'm going to take it as 2 gold. Get my gold back. Okay. Now, I think it'll... Okay, let's do the math. On 2 pair, it's 2 victory points and $3. On a flush, it's $6 and 5 victory points. So it's a difference of 3 victory points and $3. 2 gold is 1 victory point. So I'm gaining a net positive 2 victory points. I think that's how that works. If I spend 2 gold, but I spend 2 gold, which is 1 victory point, but I gain 3 more victory points. Yeah, I'm netting an additional 2 victory points by making it a flush. It's worth spending the gold on it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna mark the gold off now because we know we're gonna do that. It's a club somewhere, right? Right now that's being changed back into a heart. So one of those. So I spent the gold. Now it's just a matter of deciding what turn I want to take for the last turn. Well, I mean, going to town is a good thing. So do we want the 5 or the 7? If we go to the 5, we can... Oh, I don't have the money. I spent my money on victory points. Dang it. Okay, so we don't want to take it as a 5. If we take it as a 7, got to spend money there too. Ooh, this is getting tricky. Okay, we've already spent it as a queen. We could spend some gold to modify it if it's beneficial enough. I wonder, can I spend gold more than once per turn? Okay. Well, I made a mistake, but I'm going to keep playing it the way I've been playing it. And I'll explain the mistake at the end. And it's fine, because I just want to get to the end of the thing, score it, and then it won't matter anyway. The double pick symbol on the mine. Oh, right. That's plus or minus 2 when mining. So if I bought the pick upgrade, which I can get in town, if memory serves. Yeah, I could go to the 5 and buy the pickaxe if I had the money. I'd get a victory point and I'd buy the pickaxe for $2. And then when I go to the mine, I can choose to... I have flexibility as to where I go. Okay, well, I could instead, if I play it by the rules that I just learned, if I play by the rules that I just learned, then I could instead go to the mine. But if I do that, then it's just 3 victory points. And I'd give up 2 gold in order to make the mine action happen. I just don't think that makes any sense. I could instead modify. Oh, okay. Could take a Badlands action for free. And if I do that, then I'm taking some points away from Doc. Yes, question. Yeah, 4. That costs money, that costs money, that costs money. You take it as a queen and then bump it. Ooh, that's interesting. Yes. Yeah, and that's what I was looking at. In town, most of the buildings offer you things to spend money on. There are a couple buildings at the bottom of the list, though, the higher value cards that do not require money, and that's actually what I'm thinking about doing. So let me explain. I could take this queen of clubs, put this 5 in the poker hand. Now, if I do that, then I take it as a queen. I then spend 1 gold to make it a king, and then spend the remainder of my gold buying victory points for cheaper, exactly half as much. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 victory points. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so for reasons that will become clear in a moment, I'm putting the 5 in the poker cards, but I am keeping it as a club, which breaks my heart. It also breaks my flush. It also breaks my heart flush. But it will be 2 pair, kings and 5s, which ain't nothing. Yeah. So we're going to do that. I'll explain in a minute. We're going to take this as a club action. As a queen, we're going to spend 1 gold to change the value from a queen to a king. And so that's going to give me a free spade action, which I'll take in just a moment. And I'm going to spend 1 gold per star. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars. Okay, now my free spade action. I'm going to go for the cheapest possible spade action. I have to take the 2 wanted, that's true, no matter what. But I'm going to go for this. I'm going to try to steal a cow. And if I succeed, I get 4 victory points and $1. And I succeeded. I drew a 5. And I had to draw equal to or larger than my target. So I was going for a 5 and I drew a 5. So I get 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and $1. And because there is a queen, Doc gets a card. Jerk. Man, we ended up giving Doc 5 cards. Oof, that's brutal. Okay, so that was my free spade action. Okay, let's see if I got. Let's score the poker card first. Poker card is 2 pairs, so I get $3. 1, 2, 3. Good for me. I have $4, and that's exactly enough for 1 victory point later, and 2 victory points. So 2 more stars. Okay. did pretty decent, actually. I'm kind of surprised. Now let's go see if I got arrested. Nope. Yeah, nope. I only have 2 wanted. He drew a 4, so I evade arrest. Great. Whew. Okay. Oh, and I need to, the first thing I should have done was pan, and after the poker card was pan and work. So let's do that. I get 1 gold. Unfortunately, not enough to convert, but that's fine. And $6. But that is enough to convert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The end. Let's total up my stuff first. So I have 4, 8, 10 points, or $10. So that's 2 victory points. Because I use it's $4 per victory point. So I got 2 there. I have 1 gold, so I don't have any gold to add. I do get buildings in town, 1 victory point per, because I managed to get that deep in the mine. So I went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7 buildings in town. So I get 7 victory points. That was worth it. And then the number of stars that I currently have. Each row is 10. And I have 4 complete rows. So 40, 50, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. 52 stars. So that's 9 plus 52 is 61 points. Okay, 61 points. Now, let's figure this out. In town, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just write it somewhere out here. It's 6 times 4 is 24 points. Because there were 6 buildings I did not visit, times 4 points for town. Badlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24 points. So if I'm playing on easy, those are that plus the stolen cards. 5, which would be 5 stolen cards. So that's 5. And then I'm playing a character, so he gains 5 victory points because I'm playing a character. Because the character does give you a starting benefit. So they factor an additional 5 victory points on a handicap because you're gaining some benefit from that. So that is 48 plus 10 is 58. I win on the easy for 61 points against Doc Holliday. I would not have won if I factored in the trail or the mine. But playing easy against Doc Holliday, I did win by, what was that? 3 points. 3 points. Woo! Oh, and even though this doesn't factor into the score, I didn't end up using my jokers at all. I could have. I probably should have. But just didn't. Didn't need to. Not bad. That's Fliptown, right? So let's talk about that for just a second. Like, come on. Very thematic. The thematic integration on the actions you're taking, just choice. The push your luck of accumulating wanted to get stuff done, but then getting rid of that wanted before the sheriff tries to arrest you. The management of the poker hand, which is always like a trade-off between what you're trying to get done. The choice of buildings, very interesting. Good stuff. I love all of the tool upgrades to help you make the game a little easier, but you're investing time and money in order to buy them. God, Fliptown to me just hits every mark that I want from an end right game. Kind of the way how smooth and good feeling Fleet the dice game feels when you start to really understand the synergy between the actions you're taking. This takes that feeling and I think amps it up. To me, I'd rather play Fliptown over Fleet, and that's saying something. I really, really want to one day play this game multiplayer. I think that's going to be an interesting problem because those, that like get a free victory point because you went to the building. In solo, you're just getting them, right? But in a multiplayer, it's the first person who goes to that building gets that benefit. So the other players don't get that benefit the first time they go if you're the first one to get there. Things like that make it very competitive. And there's just no way you can get it all done. Like there's no way you can visit all the locations in the cemetery. There's no way you can visit all the locations in the mine and do all the Badlands stuff and do all the stuff along the trail and do really good at poker and visit all of the really good places in town. There's no way you can get it all done. So even in multiplayer, you're going to be making concessions. Obviously in solo, you saw me make concessions. There's just too many actions for not enough cards to be able to do the whole thing. So you have to figure out based on what comes out, what bounties are available, what bot character you're playing against, what character you picked. All of that factors in to the strategy you choose to employ when playing Fliptown. And that's it. So thanks again for joining me on this Sunday at the table with me, Bob. A quick PSA. I'm just taking a quick breather for the week, so there won't be a stream next Sunday. But you will see me back again on stream again the Sunday after next. So don't look for me to go live next Sunday, but look for me again the next Sunday after that. So thank you again for joining me. I hope you found this entertaining. And if you did, please consider subscribing. Please give me a follow on Twitch. I'm this close to getting Twitch affiliate. And you can also find this as a recording over on YouTube later if you didn't get a chance to watch it all. So thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. All right, take care.